What's up, everybody? I've got some really nice, simple buffs for my boy Bewear. And now has an offensive ability to switch between with that infinite usability capsule, so you'll be using Fluffy for some fights and Hustle for others. Hustle, if you're not familiar, is massively buffed in this hack. It's probably a lot easier to check out the buffs on the Google Sheet itself. I buffed and changed 600 plus moves in this hack, and there are 130 plus custom brand new moves, and those took me a long time to decide and lay out on that Google Sheet. It's in great detail. It's really easy to navigate. There's a whole sheet dedicated to the moves, so please do give that move sheet a look in the description. Link is right there down below. But yeah, Bewear has awesome Hustle moves. A lot of moves with Hustle will not miss anymore, especially priority moves. So Bewear has Quick Attack, Mach Punch, Sucker Punch, and First Impression. Priority moves are very, very common in this hack. All Pokemon, for the most part, have the option for at least one, usually multiple priority moves. Typically, one of them is Stab as well. In this case, of course, you have dual stabs. So those are, well, Mach Punch is 45. Quick Attack is 50, Sucker Punch is 70, and then First Impression is obviously, well, it's 60, but it always crits, so it's overall 90. And those are all moves that will not miss, and of course they also, what's the word I'm thinking of? I guess you could say negate Bewear's, mediocre speed stat or a poor speed stat. So priority moves, big staple on Bewear. I would definitely recommend keeping at least one of those two. If not, you always have Sucker Punch and First Impression to teach via TM when you need to run Hustle. Other really cool Hustle options are Circle Throw. That's a staple. Circle Throw is 90 base power and won't miss with Hustle. So that's an awesome move. You can take a hit because even without Fluffy, you're still bulky. 120, 85, 85 is good bulk. You can slap an Assault Vest on with like Drain Punch with Fluffy. That's a great set. You can do all types of fun stuff in game. The possibilities are pretty much endless. It's got great utility moves like Slack Off, Skirmish always drops attack and special attack, Charm, Befriend are good utility moves for totems especially. Baby Doll Eyes, Play Nice, a priority. You've got Hold Back, which gives you an accuracy boost and can't miss, and it gives you +1 attack as well. And it won't knock out the opponent. So what you can do is you can Charm or Befriend the opponent or Skirmish or whatever you want to do, drop their attacking stats to the point where they're dealing no damage to you, and then you can hold back 5 times to get +5 attack. That's actually one of the best ways to set up with those moves, because actual setup moves are not only late game, but they also have decreased PP, so Dance only having 1, bulk up only having 3, and there's tons of crit moves that will bypass right through any potential bulk up boosts. I also forgot to give Amnesia, so I will be doing that literally right now. Put that at 42. Again, Amnesia fits them very well. I initially considered Unaware, but it's kind of mid on these guys because setup sweepers are going to be more common because the AI can actually abuse like Swords Dance now because they only use it once, but it's still not the most common thing in the world. And then for totem boosts, I don't know. I'd rather have Hustle. I also think Hustle fits really, really well on Bewear. Their whole vibe is like being overly enthusiastic, and they love hugging you. Like they can literally hug you to death and stuff. And I just think it fits. I just think Hustle fits their vibe like really well. Like this is one of the most fitting Hustle Pokemon in the hack, in my opinion at least. And Stuffle with Hustle alone is very strong. 80 base attack with Hustle is over 130 base equivalent, while 130 attack with Hustle is well over 200 base equivalent. It's very, very powerful. So 394 times 1.5 is 591 attack, which is, oh yeah, you're like, yeah, 220-ish base attack is what Bewear essentially has with Hustle. There are stronger Hustle Pokemon. Again, you can check out the full list of all the moves that don't miss with Hustle on the Google Sheet, and you can also look at all the other Pokemon that have it. There are quite a few that are stronger, like, I don't know, Crabominable, Rampardos, Darmanitan, Nidoking, Rhydon, all those guys are stronger in terms of raw damage output, but at the end of the day, like, that's not, like, either way, you're killing everything with, that, which is also why you have those priority moves, because they're lower base power, but with Hustle, they're much stronger. So priority spam with Hustle is the main thing, alongside Circle Throw, and then otherwise you're running Fluffy. Keep in mind that Fluffy only reduces damage from contact moves, and it gives you a fire weakness, so it's a very balanced ability in that regard. I also have been giving that to a lot more Pokemon, but yeah, Bewear will be weak to fire with Fluffy, especially in the special side. You'll be taking a lot of damage from fire moves, and then with physical fire moves, which pretty much all of them are contact. I'm pretty sure literally everyone is contact, besides Burning Barrage, yeah, which is not super common, will essentially be dealing damage as if you didn't have Fluffy because of the, the multipliers cancel out. And then, of course, a lot of non-contact moves like Gunk Shot and Icicle Crash and other physical moves, Earthquake, actually Megaton Kick is contact, but Earthquake, stuff like that will be not Fluffy reduced. So that's important to consider. Yeah, Yeah, and Hustle's a great option. You have that infinite usability capsule to switch between. Skull Bash with Hustle is incredible as well. Skull Bash is a 90 base power move that always crits, and it gives you +1 attack, defense, and accuracy, and it doesn't miss. So what you could do is you can use Power Herb Skull Bash, or even just raw Skull Bash, and then you can use regular moves like Drain Punch after the fact to hit yourself, and that will be boosted by Hustle, and it won't miss anymore because of that +1 accuracy boost. So Skull Bash plus Drain Punch is a great combo as well. Other utility stuff, like I said, you got Slack Off, you got Parting Shots, you know, you got Endeavor for certain boss fights with the priority moves. You can use that for like totems and like all this other stuff. I was gonna say Ultra Necrozma, but actually won't work anymore for reasons I'll get to eventually. Yeah, counters just in time for Totem Komodo. Really good stabs, just very powerful stabs like Giga Impact and Superpower. Drop your attack step by 2. Those are very, very strong. Hammer Arm, dropping your speed doesn't matter too much, so that's just a really good 120 base power stab move with only a 10% chance to miss, which is not terrible on a bulkier Pokemon like this. I would say inaccurate moves are a lot riskier on frailer Pokemon, especially in a Nuzlocke, but on a bulky guy like Bewear, you can probably get away with it. Although honestly, I would still rather run something like Drain Punch or I don't know. Oh, also Focus Punch is sick with Hustle. Focus Punch gives you, well, it's 120 base power, but it always crits, so that's 180 base power, and it will always give you an accuracy boost if you land it. So you can use Focus Punch. That's a great set on Hustle Bewear as well. So Skull Bash or Focus Punch, either one works to give you accuracy boost, and Hold Back. Those are your 3 ways to boost your accuracy. Not that you have to. Again, Wide Lens is also buffed, so 15% boost with Wide Lens. That's like a 92% chance to hit on moves like Return and Drain Punch and other 100% accurate moves, Double Edge, you know, Submission, all these strong moves. So nothing bad at all. Knockout Punch, definitely not worth it using with Hustle. Knockout Punch is more of a fluffy thing. Knockout Punch is 130 base power, 80% accurate, and it makes the opponent drowsy. So that's at level 70. So that's only for the very, very end of the game because of, you know, that's really fucking strong, especially on a Pokemon like Bewear when it's bulky and stuff. In general, though, it's got other really cool stuff. Stockpile and buffed Swallow. Swallow is priority and will heal you by 100% HP no matter what. You've got good fairy coverage. You've got all types of other really powerful coverage moves via TM and Tutor. Amnesia is really cool with Fluffy and Slack Off or Drain Punch. Assault Vest sets are really good with Fluffy. It's just a great, bulky, strong-ass Pokemon with great dual stab combination, and it's the GOAT. I don't know what else to say. I think I covered pretty much everything. There's a couple other things I could talk about, but I think you could just check out what those moves do in the description below. I will say, like Force Palm, that always paralyzes. It's 40 base power, pretty good for, you know, totems and other stuff. Good utility move, especially for earlier on. Reversal and Flail won't miss with Hustle either, so that's an incredibly powerful option with Endure or just a Focus Sesh with Reversal and Flail on Stab, or coming off of 130 attack or even just 80 attack with Stuffle will one-shot like everything at that point of the game. So Reversal and Flail are definitely worth using for certain boss fights early on, especially maybe Olivia. You could cheese specific things, although honestly I'd rather just run like Drain Punch, Bulky, or Fluffy set for Olivia because you want to Mach Punch at that point until you evolve. Yes, I did extend the evolution level, so they're not legal for Olivia just because I feel like Bewear is a little bit too good for her with the Fluffy and just the raw bulk and power. So yeah, you'll have Stuffle, which is totally a great Pokemon. I mean, it's really bulky with a Violite. At that point, you'll have a Violite, and it's really strong with Hustle and bulky with Fluffy. So good Pokemon regardless. Thanks for listening, everybody. Pretty simple buffs, and I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, all that fun stuff. I'll be back for more coming up. Peace.